Righto, you lot, good morning. Let's get this bastard out, shall we? Oh man, I don't think there was anything wrong with this last time I run it, because if there was, I haven't fixed it. So let's just hope there wasn't. We'll have a little play around. No particular purpose to the video today, just the fact of having a bit of fun, really, and try and show you lot that this engine's running pretty well.
Right, well, she's warming up. It's a little bit nippy out here this morning. Starting to lose the heat in the air now. It's getting towards the end of summer. The last time I run this, I run it on 16%, so I wanted to get rid of some 16%. So I'm going to have to retune it slightly. I'm on 25 now. Yeah, we're definitely not getting all the power we should be. We're slipping somewhere. Not sure if it's that clutch needs adjusting or if it's the slipper clutch is slipping. I think it might be the slipper clutch, to be honest. It shouldn't be like that. All going a bit lean now, I think. Yep. we're on the borderline of being lean now on the high speed. Right, that's fair. Leave that there now. Oh, maybe not. Better go a touch more on this low speed now, really. For some reason one side is spinning better than the other. I think we've got a bit more traction on the right than we have on the left. Definitely something dicky going on. 100% something dicky going on there. Something funny going on with the front wheel drive there for some reason. I have to try and work out what that is. I reckon we might have either a loose diff thingy, or we've done some damage to our front diff. But let's see if we can get the engine running pretty spot on. I think it's nearly there now. Well, at least it was. It ran out of fuel when I lifted it up because it's at the pickups at the front. As far as the engine goes, I'd say that's pretty spot on, to be honest. Right, the GoPro's out of battery because it's just had it and there we go. But now, I think we've got the engine pretty much spot on. It's been sitting there ticking over for about 2 minutes. how the engine's running. I'm not sure, because on that 4-shoe clutch you can adjust it slightly, so I'm not sure if that's that needs adjusting, or I reckon the slipper clutch ain't up to the job, and I reckon it's the slipper clutch was slipping, because it shouldn't be just flat out making that screaming. It shouldn't just be screaming the whole way. That should be wheeling now, but if you look at it when I accelerate, what happens is we just don't even get any power transferring out to the wheels. They're not even trying to spin, they just sort of go. So it's definitely clutch related. I don't think it's the actual clutch, I think it's the slipper clutch, and we might need to do some adjustment with the slipper clutch. I've done the bolt up, because you can adjust when the slipper clutch engages. I did do that up, that little nut on the end there, but I might have to do it up as tight as I can, even tighter than that, to make sure it doesn't actually slip. And also we've got to sort out the front wheel drive. I don't know what's the matter with that. Hopefully there's not any diff damage. Hopefully it's just we've got a loose cup, what do they call them? Some dickheads call them drive cups. I hate that, it sounds so gay, but whatever they are, I'll just call it a joint, that thing in there that joins the drive shaft. Hopefully one of those grub screws has come loose, and that's the problem with that, but we'll have a look at that. I'm not going to look at that now, but yeah, nice one. I reckon it's running pretty well. Some people say that these carburetors are difficult to tune, but at the moment I haven't had any trouble with that. I've got a nice tick over on there. Can't really test the top end of it because, well, we're not actually going very quick, are we? And what people don't understand is when you've got a clutch slipping and things like that, there's a different load on the engine. You know, you want all the clutch and the drivetrain to be working properly, and then you can see what the engine's like under a load, because the tune will react differently under a load to what it's not under a load. That's why I tell people all the time, you can't tune an engine on the bench really. It has to be under a load, driving properly. And as I say, with the clutch not doing what it's supposed to be doing, the engine will be under less of a load than it would be ordinarily. So sort out the clutch stuff, but yeah, that engine is running really well. I'm really happy with that engine actually so far. It runs nice. It seems to be, you know, smooth and all that kind of stuff. The carburetor doesn't seem that difficult to tune at the moment. Famous last words, of course, but man, no trouble there whatsoever. Proper happy with that. Nice one. Stickers, by the way. Anybody wants a sticker, let me know. Yeah, hope to sell all them soon, and I'll try and get some different ones in. We'll have different types. These are limited edition ones, so there's only 200 of them. With less than that, there's about 150 of them. So if you want one, let me know. Thanks for watching, you lot. Oh, you lot wouldn't believe what happened. Bloody Jesus, right? I had a nitro car. I had a Pure 10 Alpha, Kyosho Pure 10 Alpha for sale, right? It was on eBay of all places, right? And so it was on there for sale, blah blah blah. A few people asked a few questions, I gave a few answers. No, nothing ever became of it. But the auction ended yesterday evening, right? And obviously I knew it was going to end, so I'm letting that, boxed it up and everything ready, yeah? All boxed up, ready, yeah? It ended. I thought, lovely jubbly, right? And then, right, so it ended, right? No one didn't pay on it, but literally about 2 minutes after it ended, the person sent me a message. I'm sorry, can you cancel this? I was like, oh, for bloody blimey. Is there a problem? I sent a message back. So, that's a bit cheeky, I said, after you just got the winning bid. I wanted to say to myself, why the hell would you bid if you didn't want it? But I didn't. I kept myself composure. And I said, is there a problem? Would you like some videos of it running to help you feel happier with your purchase? And he said yes. So I sent him the links to the videos that I put on here of running up and down that piece of tarmac and all that other bollocks, right? And then he's asking questions. Does it come with spares? Does it run? What kind of nitro does it use? Does it work? And I'm thinking to myself, I said to the missus, I said, why don't people read listings? You know, it's all clear as day in the listing to read and look at the pictures. I always try to be as honest and as sincere and as clear as possible so people know exactly what they're looking at on any listing I'll put up, anything for sale. And anyway, I was answering his questions and all of that, and eventually he went ahead and bought it and paid. But man, I thought to myself, well, what is it? See, it happens to me all the time. Well, you know, I think it happens to everybody all the time. But people, they're just, it's unbelievable. The amount of people that just, you know, they put bids in on eBay and all of that, and they don't even read the listing. But
never mind. Never mind, you lot. What a happy time we're going to have here. And I just can't wait to start the day. I bet some of you lot are that are them people, ain't you? I bet you are. I bet some of you lot are them people. And you get the other ones as well, don't you? You get the ones where they buy something, right? They buy it on the internet. They agree to it, you know. They either win the auction or you might be selling it on a different website. And so, like, you know, they're like, oh, I'll have this. Oh, lovely. When can I collect? You can collect blah, 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 blah. You agree a time. They come round to collect it, right? And of course, when you go and collect something, yeah, that you bought on the internet, you do have a little cursory look around it, don't you? But the deal is pretty much done, in my opinion, right? Because there has been times in the past where I've bought something on the internet and I've gone there to pick it up and it ain't quite what I was expecting from their pictures and description. But I've still bought it anyway, because that's just manners. You know, it's just how it is. You virtually shook hands when you've purchased it on the internet, haven't you? So you've got to go ahead with your word, in my opinion, yeah? But you get them dickheads that turn up and they look around it and they're like, I'm just going to have a look around it. And then they start asking you questions. You know, is this, is that, is this? And you're thinking in your head, that was all on the listing when you agreed to come and buy it, you know? It was all there. So why are you asking these questions now? You already know all the answers and it's in front of you. You've bought it virtually, so just pick it up and go home. That's... Maybe put in the comments. This is an interesting topic for conversation. But I've had that so many times, you know. Loads of pictures with loads of detail. The description is as detailed as I can possibly make it. Completely honest. And when the people get there, you know, they're just like, still asking you the same questions. And you think, but you know all this. Why are you asking me now? What do you think you're going to try and catch me out? It's all in front of you. I'm not moaning, you lot. Maybe I am. But sometimes I look at things in life and I just think, bloody blimey. How do some people get through life? Anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic day or evening or whatever it is what you're doing. That was a nice little run with that Savage. I quite enjoyed that. I fully expect, because whenever you do any modification that involves more power to anything, a nitro kart, a real kart, a motorbike, a quad bike, whatever, even a computer, if you put more RAM or a faster CPU in a computer, you can you can uncover other problems, and it's more mechanically thing though, really. Computers, it does happen. Like when I put some more RAM in my laptop a couple of years ago, and it unveiled a lot of problems with fans and all that getting too hot, so I had to put bigger fans in. That's just what happens. And so when you put a bigger engine in a car like what I've done in that Savage, I'm gonna come across bigger problems. The diffs, the gearboxes, they're all gonna be under a lot more stress, so it's all gonna show issues that I'm gonna have to repair. So those of you who always comment, you know, do you think that everything's going to hold up to that engine? No, I don't. I think everything is going to break eventually. So I'm expecting that, and everybody should do. So yeah, so we've got to sort out the front wheel drive. For some reason we've got no front wheel drive. We've got to try and sort out the reason why the power was not coming out onto the wheels. And I'm pretty sure, you put in the comments what you think it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a slipper clutch. Not the actual clutch, yeah, not the 4-shoe actual clutch on the end of the engine. I reckon it's the slipper clutch, because, well, I just reckon it's not up to the job of holding that amount of power. And the way that it's behaving just gives me the impression that it's the slipper clutch. I think the actual clutch, the 4-shoe clutch, is actually engaging fully, but the slipper clutch is just not gripping together. I'll take it apart and we'll have a look at it at some point on the bench, and we'll try and work out what the problem is there. But as far as that engine goes, a lot of people complain about them carburetors, they're hard to tune or whatever, but so far I've had no issue with that. Of course it goes a bit lean, a bit rich, a bit lean, but that's what tuning's all about. Doesn't matter whether it's a nitro engine or a real engine, or I say a real full-size engine, or a motorbike engine, or anything. Tuning's about getting the balance right. Anyway, I'll catch you a lot later on. Thanks for watching. All the best. If you want stickers, let me know. If you're subscribed, thank you very much. And if you're a member, you are the nuts. Ciao for now.